Peace and love. Let's do a reading for the earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, for the month of February. Whenever you come across this reading, there might be a message in here for you because my messages are timeless. All right, so let's get started. Once again, for the earth signs, I hope you all are doing well. I'm going to light a little incense before we get started just to clear the energy a bit. Thank you, Spirit. Once again, for our earth signs. Right over there. Wonderful. So I'll be using my Lenormand deck, and then I also have the Hoodoo Tarot that I might pull out for clarification. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the earth signs? Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, for the month of February. And just whenever somebody comes across this video, we have the garden. So we're thinking about our environments, our social circles, the people that we're around. For some of us, we're thinking about actual gardens. We're thinking about, taking care of our bodies, growing food or eating healthy foods, all those things, being in touch with nature, all that comes along with the garden card. All right, so we have the ship. And I'll hold it up so you can see. The clover. The house. Some of us are moving towards a happy home life. The scythe. The coffin. And the key. All right. And so we have the mice on the bottom. So anytime I see the mice, it's the idea that there could have been some difficulty. So right now, at this moment, you could be dealing with something difficult. The mice deals with loss. So it could be loss of things that are tangible, so financial losses. But it can also be the loss of time, energy. Dealing with people who drain your energy also comes along with the mice. Environments that can drain your energy. We saw the garden card out there. Feeling depleted all the time comes along with this energy. The mice just deals with depletion. Feeling stuck as well with the anchor underneath this card. Feeling stuck in a certain cycle, hard to get out of it, hard to get out of certain things. It could be financial, it could be dealing with certain folks, it could be a job, but things that can leave you depleted with this energy of this mice and the anchor. But Spirit is saying that there can be a new beginning, yearning for a new beginning, yearning for a new commitment, right? Something that could be destined here with the cross. And they can bring about a lot of spiritual fulfillment. So we already see here movements will come in quickly. So maybe after delays here with that anchor card, things moving slow, not feeling like things are that there's any progress on something that you've worked on or progress on a situation, right? Spirit is saying that things are going to start moving quickly because we have the ship here with the scythe. The scythe for me deals with it deals with speed. It deals with a lot of things. But in this context, I'm thinking of something coming in quickly for you or you moving quickly. Spirit is saying, whatever you're moving towards, and this is something that you have in your mind, this is something that's already there. If it's a project, it's something that you've already working on. If it's a job or if it's a new environment that you want to go into, it's something that you're already thinking about, right? Spirit is saying that if you move in this direction, it's going to bring lots of happiness to your foundation. So for some, you're moving into a better home life, like what I said earlier. So just the physical place itself being your home. For me, the house deals with more than just a physical house. It deals with the self, who you are, the soul of a person, right? And so Spirit is saying you're moving towards a happier place in your spirit or in who you are, right? And this is going to be important for you. Also, a quick ending comes. Something comes in quickly that brings it into a situation that's going to be key to your movement forward. All right, so if endings are coming in, we want to be thankful for them because they're going to open the door up to new beginnings because we have the key and we have the door. So this house and the key, Spirit is saying that wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, you have the key to open it up. All right, you have the key to whatever that success might be. Moving into a new location, a new project, all those things. Tell us about this house, Spirit. Tell us about this opportunity that we have that can bring us happiness. Also, with the scythe pointing towards the ending, Spirit is saying that it might not be the happiest feeling with this ending. It could be scary for some to end something that you've worked on or that you've been a part of, or it could be anything. You have to put it into your life. Spirit's saying that it can be somewhat painful to end things that we've put a lot of time and effort into, years into, but that ending is going to be important for our growth going forward. And so it's something that we need to think about. It's pretty much the only way out here. A quick happiness brings about something important. Cutting away something that could have been happy from the past that no longer brings happiness or no longer is allowing growth is going to be the growth of the future. So that is also here as well. Looking for long-term growth. And cutting away things that maybe make us feel comfortable. So the Eight of Knives. So this is the idea of feeling stuck, not knowing which way to go. So this person, not only do they have the knives around them, this is a mental card. All right, but the Eight of Knives also goes into the physical life as well. When you actually cannot, it's difficult to get out of a situation. You have to really use your noggin. And sometimes you have to call on your spiritual fortitude to make your way out of certain situations. Because sometimes in life, it's not just the everyday situations we're dealing with, it's spiritual situations that we have to work out, lessons that we have to learn in order for our guides and for our spirit to move us forward. But Spirit is saying that you have directions that you can go in, but you're at this point not quite sure. Six of Knives, also a card of movement. We have movement all out here. With this, the scythe deals with movement for me as well. But we have the ship. So the Six of Knives deals with moving towards calmer waters. So we've dealt with some difficult times here with the mice. We felt like we haven't been able to move forward with the anchor card. We've been stuck, right? But Spirit is saying that we're able to move forward when we're ready to. When we're ready to. When we make that choice to do it. And when we make that choice to do it, things will come in quickly for us. Let's get one more. Ancestors. So this is a death card. So knowing that we're not alone on this journey, knowing that things have to end, right? We have to bring about those endings in order to have those bright beginnings, right? But we have to have courage to end certain things that might have been a part of our lives for many, many years, things that we feel comfortable with, things that, because the anchor deals with safety as well. So feeling safe here with that anchor is wonderful as long as you're happy. But if you're stuck in a situation where you're safe and you're scared to move because you're safe, and this can be finances as well, don't let fear of changing things up. Don't let fear of pulling that anchor up and pulling that ship, going out into the open seas to see what Spirit has out there for you. All right, so let's pull another oracle. This is The Secret of the Ancestors Oracle by Abiola Abrams. Or Abrams. Your foundation is key. The foundation is key. So you're at the point now where you can start to plan, because anytime we're in the Eight of Knives, we need to get into that thinking space, not to the point where it's analysis paralysis, but the idea of where am I at right now? Where do I want to be? And what small steps can I take to get there? Right? So What do we need to do? We already realize we feel stuck. So we need to think about our foundation. We want a firm foundation. Spirit is saying that that's the key. We have to work on building that. The first way that you build a firm foundation is to understand who you are on the inside and to understand your spirit. About that, my phone was ringing. Once you understand that your happiness is your foundation, it makes it a little bit easier for you to make some of these decisions to move out of the Eight of Knives. All right, so let's see. I'm recording on my phone, and of course my phone ringing. All right, so let's see here. All right, so we have the Father of Air, and then the Mother of Fire as well. So, Mother of Fire says, shine and rise. But let's look at this, and this is just the Queen of Wands. But let's look at this Father of Air. It says leadership. So the Father of Air is the King of Swords. And the one thing the King of Swords is going to do is, first of all, he's going to speak his truth at all times, unless it's in this position, okay? If it's negative, in a negative space, a negative position, then he's going to be deceitful. He's going to be a liar, right? But in his positive aspects, his powerful aspects, he's a truth teller, all right? Not only does he tell the truth about things that, he sees, but mainly he tells the truth about himself. He knows who he is on the inside, right? And so by knowing who he is on the inside, everything that's around him is going to be somewhat truthful, at least his environment, dealing with truthful people, being in truthful circumstances, and if not, cutting them away. Because it's one thing the Father of Air is going to do. He's going to cut away all the things that are detrimental to his foundation and to his health. All right, this Clover also speaks to me of health out here. We want to make sure we don't have things that are cutting into our health, damaging our health, where we feel depleted in our energy. Our energy is just drained away because of whatever circumstance it might be in our lives. This says leadership. So who's in the position to lead us? Who's in the position to lead? We lead ourselves, right? We lead ourselves. This is something that requires you to have the courage to lead yourself. Nobody's going to come and grab you. Nobody's going to come and say, hey, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to go. If we ask our spirit guides and our team to help us, we can get those intuitive hits. And we can hear things and get those ideas to help us move forward. But we still have to be in a space to allow those things to happen to us. If we have ourselves closed off to making changes in our lives and closed off to new ventures, then those messages aren't going to come to us. So first we have to say, what do we want for ourselves here? Where do we want to go with the Six of Knives? Because this person hopefully is not going to get into this boat and paddle themselves to no destination. Of course they want to get to safe waters, but hopefully they have a vision in mind of where they want to be. Otherwise, they could end up in the same place that they were beforehand. So we want to make sure we're in a position to lead ourselves so that we can work towards having a very firm foundation. All right, we'll see where we are next time. Peace.